AI is on a rise these days. Everyone is integrating AI into their existing products, and sometimes we are amazed at how's everyone an AI expert now. How's every company has AI in their product like right away. Like AI has been here for a long time, for over a decade, more than a decade. But how are we now seeing AI features in all of these products? The answer is pretty simple. Not all of these companies have native AI capabilities. Most of them, 90% of them, are using some existing third party SDKs, APIs. And you can use those third party APIs as well to integrate AI capabilities in the application. This is what we are doing for most of our clients as well. Most of our clients come to us with their product ideas, and we just see which API is the right one to fit their needs, because in the product, in the startup market, speed is the key. You have to launch the product as soon as possible before your competitors. If you already have a pretty successful product, then you have to somehow add AI features in your product as fast as possible before your competitors can launch them. And if you just go from the scratch and start building your own AI models, it's going to take you a lot of time. So just go ahead and use third party APIs. So in today's video, I'm going to go over a few of those APIs that you guys can use in your products right away and make your app AI powered, and go to your landing pages and just add AI powered over there and just have a AI product as well. Now the first one is AWS recognition. So I used this API like 5 to 6 years ago to build a mobile application. Now that mobile application needed to have the capability that if we have the face of someone in our database, then when we capture that same person's picture again in some different place, even in some different clothes or with different expressions, the app should be able to identify that person, that person already exists in the database. So back when I got this client and I had the project, I had no understanding of how machine learning works. I had no understanding of AI at that moment. So I looked for some existing solutions, some existing APIs, and I found this. I found AWS recognition. Now AWS recognition is like a complete solution. You just pass images and then it spits out all of the AI related insights. Now, the specific functionality of AWS recognition that I used was face matching capabilities. Now, in recognition, you have something called collections, and you cannot match the faces of collections across the collections basically. So, let's say if my face exists in collection A and there is a collection B which does not have my face. So if I try to just scan my face again across collection B, I won't be able to find it. But if I match it across collection A, I will be able to find it. This will help you just categorize different data in your application, different types of data, different kind of faces you want to categorize. So this is what I used. But this is not the limitation of AI. This is not the limitation of AWS recognition. Using AWS recognition, you can also add the labeling in your images. You can label where all the faces are in an image. You can classify people. You can classify animals. You can classify moods. You can identify celebrities in different pictures. So these are all the capabilities that already exist in AWS recognition, and you can just use them in your apps right away. The API is publicly available. Now the other one is OCR. OCR is one of the most common use case that has been like in the market for a very long time, and it's very easy to add that to your applications. But if you don't use the right tools, then you might just be very involved and very busy in trying to find the right libraries, hosting them on the right cloud solutions just to get OCR working. In our case, most of the time we use some cloud services like AWS TextRack. Now AWS TextRack just takes in your images or your documents, extracts a text from them, and then output that to you, and then you can just use that in your database, or like just store that information or label your data accordingly. Now another very similar but a bit complex use case of OCR is document analysis. We recently got a project where the client wanted to extract information from resumes. Okay, and then we had another project where the client wanted to extract information from invoices. Now the thing about invoices and resumes is these are structured documents. right? Extracting information from structured documents is different and a little bit difficult as compared to unstructured documents, because in unstructured documents we only care about the text data. We just want to extract any kind of text that we can see. But with structured documents, the structure represents a meaning of the data. Let's say for an invoice has different sections. There is an address, there is from and to, the sender, the recipient, the items, the total amount, the quantity. So all of this is structured, and if we see to written somewhere in an invoice, then its meaning completely changes based on where to is in the invoice, right? If it's under the quantity or under the price or under total or under address, so the meaning changes based on the place of that piece of data in the structured document. So we had this problem recently in the project, and to solve that, I did some research and I found donut. Donut means document understanding transformer. So I had the choice of either hosting Donut myself somewhere, or just finding some service, some existing service which was already providing Donut's capabilities out of the box. So I did some research and found Google Document AI, and that was amazing. My use case at that time was processing resumes, and Google Document AI worked amazingly well. I mean, we just passed in a bunch of resumes. There is an option to label the data as well. So if your document is not structured in a popular way, let's say it's not invoice or a resume, it's some different kind of structure, some your own company's internal document structure, then you can just fine tune the model with your own structure with I think 10 or 20 different samples. Then document AI will start extracting the data from that structure and then return a structured output. So let's say if it's an invoice, it will return the list of all the products and the total price of the invoice and the from and to address. So all of that is a structured data which will be extracted from a structured document in a structured way. So document AI is the right tool for it. We have used it and it's awesome. Another pretty popular use case for AI is speech to text. You can see these capabilities in a lot of products where voice or speech or videos are. Let's say even on YouTube has this capability as well, that all the videos have these auto-generated subtitles. Slack has this capability that whenever you send someone a voice note, Slack tries to transcribe that text and just writes that text under the voice note somehow. So all of that is done using these voice to text models. And what you can use for that, you can either use some custom model and host that yourself, or you can again rely on some existing third-party APIs. In our case, we have used AWS Transcribe for that, and recently OpenAI has their own model, which is OpenAI Whisper. So if you just go ahead and use OpenAI Whisper, then Whisper's speech to text capabilities are a lot better than all the other speech to text models out there and services out there. So but the choice is yours. Whisper is obviously expensive than the other solutions. Based on your use case, based on your application's capabilities and functionalities, you can choose to go with either AWS Transcribe or OpenAI Whisper. Now the fifth and most common one are large language models. These are the ones which are most popular right now. They are on the rise, and all the startups, all the VCs are pouring money into it, right? Now, not every company can afford to build their own large language model, can afford to train their own models. Not everyone can afford to have thousands or hundreds and thousands of H100 GPUs, right? But all those companies who have those GPUs have their APIs publicly available, which means OpenAI, Google, Azure, and even Elon Musk is launching his own data center. So hopefully their APIs will be available very soon as well. But all of these models, all of these giants have their APIs publicly available, and you can just simply use their APIs and add the AI powered capabilities in your applications. We have been using OpenAI's GPT APIs for the past couple of months, and they have been working amazingly well for us and for our clients. There are some open source models as well, and all of those open source models are accessible via Hugging Face. So even if you don't want to rely on some enterprise model or some closed source model, you can just simply host your model through Hugging Face, use their inference API, and pay them the hosting price. I recently created a very similar video where I was mentioning about different type of AI products you guys can build using third-party tools and existing APIs. So you guys can check that out over there and let me know if there is any other tool or service that I should cover as well. My name is Hashir Baig. I'm a software engineer turned founder. I have a team of engineers, designers, and salespeople, and I have been building these AI products for our clients for the past 1.5 years, almost 2 years now. So let me know if you guys want to work with us. Feel free to drop me a message on LinkedIn. Thank you.